Let's get this party started. All right. Get all of my implements started. Everybody got on early, I can tell. Got in a few miles to start. That's a good thing. You know the drill. Water bottle, fan, towel, all of your necessary accessories. These are good things. And of course, your positive attitude, willingness to work hard. So tonight, since it is International Women's Day, I decided to call this workout, Yes, You Can. So, you know, kind of like that poster that had the woman with her biceps showing back in the day. So this workout's gonna kind of test you through, seeing if you can make each of these happen. You're gonna notice a similar aspect to every set that we do tonight. We're gonna do some different durations, but the last minute of each one is gonna be a high cadence spin. And that's gonna be the hard part, is getting your leg speed to change from what we've just done in the previous minutes to that high cadence. So your cadence monitor will be your friend tonight. If you don't have one, I will help you through that. So right now, you should be in your small ring, in your easiest gear, just spinning your legs. If you're at 85 to 90, that's good. That's what we want. So I want to congratulate Earl on completing his 70-mile ride on Saturday to celebrate his 70th birthday. So he had asked me, actually last year, if we could do 70 miles on his birthday or near his birthday. And so we went and did that on Saturday, and he did awesome. So when you put your mind to something, you can make it happen. Early in the season to do 70 miles, but he's put in the work to make that happen this early in the season. The day was a little chilly, but we made it happen. So great job on that. Hopefully the rest of you, if you have those kind of goals coming up in this season, and you've been sticking with your program over the winter, more than likely, you'll be reaching those goals too. So, as the workout says, yes, you can. You can make them happen. So, the way this is going to go tonight, the first effort is going to be 2 4-minute efforts. You're going to have a pretty easy, moderate cadence. And then at the end of those 4 minutes, you're going to kick that cadence up to 100, 110 plus. So that's kind of how the night's going to go. But each set that we do, just as I said in my email, is going to work on endurance, strength, leg speed, and you're going to get all the aspects of what we do on the bike in this workout. So I hope you came prepared. You've been drinking your water all day long. You've been eating well as the day progresses. And you're going to be ready to go. All right. So in about 30 seconds, we're going to do a 5-minute cadence build. Every minute, we're going to increase the cadence. So we're going to start at 80, then go to 90, then go to 100, go to 110, and then 120 if you can hold that. So gearing, I want you to start somewhere in your small ring around maybe you're 19 or you're 17, you're 19 or you're 17, anywhere where you're going to hold 80 cadence. So go ahead and shift there. You're probably going to do 4 to 6 shifts. I'm sorry, 3 to 5 shifts. And we're going to go for a minute at 80. 3, 2, 1. 80 is going to feel slow. If you need to shift down to your 15 to hold that cadence, that's fine. Don't go any higher than 85. This is also about control. I want you to control this cadence because that's what we're going to do in the effort tonight. Keep it controlled. This is also just to get the legs warmed up. So if it feels a little easy right now, that's okay. Because it's going to get a little harder. Definitely going to get harder. Shift up one easier gear. Bring that cadence to 90. No higher than 90. Control it. My legs know 90 so well that as soon as they sat at 90, they're like, ah, that's the best place to be. If you're feeling a little burn, that's good. That's what we're looking for. Keep the legs moving. We're going to come up to 100 in 3, 2, 1. So you might want to shift to one easier gear. Get yourself to 100. And remember, too easy of a gear might not help you to get to this cadence. So if you're spinning out too much, you might actually need a harder gear. If you're bouncing, if your body is not settled in the saddle, then you definitely need a harder gear. Next shift, changing cadence to 110. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now is when you want to get really tight, holding that core, letting the legs spin. No bouncing. It's almost in a way like you want to push your crotch into the saddle. Get the legs to spin. Know what 110 feels like. You're going to see it a number of times tonight. For the last minute, I want you to go as hard as you can. Get out of 110. Try to hit 120. 3, 2, last minute. Let's go. The taller you get your torso, the faster your legs will go. Pull that belly button in, Relax that upper body. Leg speed should be flying. Come on, only 30 seconds. Fast legs, fast legs, fast legs. Almost there. Don't let it drop. It's going to help you feel what the main sets are going to be like. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Got the heart rate up. Take a drink. Towel off. Easy gear. Bring the cadence down. Allow yourself to recover. All right. So the first effort, 9 minutes long. We're going to do 2 4-minute efforts. No break in between them. But what's going to happen in between, after the first 4 minutes, we're going to go to 110 cadence and hold it for a minute. Then we're going to go straight in to a 4-minute effort. So both of these 4-minute efforts, I want your cadence between 80 and 90. And I want your effort level to be somewhere around the top of your zone 3. So it's going to be a nice 4 minutes, comfortable 4 minutes. You're going to stay in your small ring, somewhere around your 17. If you need to go easier or harder, you may do that. So again, remember, 25 at the top, 25, 23, 21, 19, 17. That's how the cassette will go. If you have bigger than a 25 at the top, which probably most of you do, then you're going to probably shift 1 additional gear. All right, so here we go. Find that gear, small ring, 17, 18, whatever you have, 80 to 90 cadence, 4 minutes, no higher than 90. Do not allow yourself to go over 90. If you do, then you're probably in the wrong gear. You should just be settling in to this 90 cadence for 4 minutes straight. So in this 4 minutes, work on feeling your upper body being completely out of the picture. The legs are doing all the work. Relax shoulders. Core is tight. Elbows are bent. Hands are super relaxed in whatever position is right for you. You can change your hands around, obviously. In your hoods, on your deck. Don't so much need to be in your drops. Could be on a little curve. Whatever feels right. We're just going to hold this here. After this 4 minutes, the hardest part is changing our leg speed. If you're not getting to 110 and you're only getting to 100, that's okay. I have a feeling as the workout goes, your legs will start to come around. This is hard to get the body to understand change from one really consistent effort to that major change in the cadence. The other thing you're going to learn as we go through this is what cadence you might not be in. Because when you're in too hard of a gear, your legs are getting really bogged down. And as a result, you can't get that leg speed back up. Why do we care about leg speed? Remember, there's a direct connection between cadence and power output. The higher your cadence in a particular gear gives you more power, which ultimately makes you go faster. So leg speed is really important. When I start working with a new athlete, that's the first thing we work on is leg speed. All right, we're almost to our 4-minute mark. We have 30 seconds till we get there. When I count it down, you're going to shift 1, 2, maybe you need 3 gears to get yourself to a 110 cadence. Remember what gear you're in right now because you want to go back there. Shifting up easier. 3, 2, 110 cadence. Let's go. Hitting it hard. Fast leg speed. Again, flatten your back. Use your core. Keep the legs spinning. 30 down. 30 to go. Light on your feet. You're not pointing your toes. Keeping your feet flat. Not feeling the sole of your shoe under your foot. 3, 2, shift back down to whatever gear you were in before for that 80 to 90 cadence. 4 minutes here. Just like before, my legs just settled right in to where I want them to be. Hopefully that same thing's happening for you. Take a drink through this if you need it. Being able to drink while you're riding is a really big thing. So practicing that on the trainer is a good place. And it should be simple. You can continue to pedal. All you have to do is reach down. There's a gap between your knee and your frame. If you need to pull your knee out just slightly, then your hand can get to that bottle. Grab it by that little edge, put it to your mouth, and put it back in. It shouldn't be that hard to do. It's a simple movement. Sticking with the cadence. Don't let your leg speed drop. 2 more minutes to go. Then you got to get a break till we move to the next effort. You can see how these are going to start to build up. Especially our next one. So if you're able to hold at 90 right now, in your zone 3, power or heart rate, whatever you're using. If you're using rate of perceived exertion, you're looking between about a 7. So I'm talking, which is an indicator of where I am in my zone. If I were to talk to you, you should be able to give me at least a 3-word sentence. So if you're by yourself in your house and you're not sure of your zone, just have a conversation with yourself. 30 seconds to go. Then you're going to get 2 minutes easy. Recover, recoup on that, because the next one is going to work in some strength, which is going to kind of drag the legs down a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Nice easy gear. Take a drink, towel off, turn your fan on if you haven't. All right, the tough part about this next one is we are going to be in a cadence of 60 to 70. So that means it's going to be more of a strength effort exercise. Then after that 3-minute effort, we're going to go right back to that high cadence. I'm going to give you a little leeway for this one though. 100 plus. If you can hit 110, I want you to try to go for that. So of course this effort, you don't have to go there yet. We're going to be in the big ring and in a gear that's going to hold you at that lower cadence. And of course that lower cadence is going to require a lot of muscle strength. So what tends to happen when you're on a long ride and you start feeling yourself fading, a lot of us tend to go to a bigger gear and a lower cadence. Why would you want to go there? As you go there, then your muscles are going to have to work even harder. So instead, find that cadence that can get you around 90 and put yourself in a gear that allows you to hold that cadence. So that's where you need to start using cadence to your advantage. All right, so here we go. 3 by 3 minutes. No break in between. 1 minute of 100 plus in between. So get to your big ring. Somewhere around your 15. So you should see maybe 3 gears, maybe 4 underneath your chain, below your chain. And if your leg speed feels slow, it should. 60 is the bottom. 70 is the top. If you want to go 65, that's where I'm going to sit. And I'm sitting in my 16 actually. So you might need one easier gear, depending on what kind of big ring you have in the front. I have a 53. Most of you probably have a 50 or a 52. Except for Bob. And maybe Rick. And Eric, maybe too. All right. Holding this low cadence. And you're going to feel it already in this first minute. The legs, they're hurting a bit. The heart rate, probably not getting up as high. Power output is pretty high, or at least in your zone 4 probably. Legs don't feel so fresh. We're going to get some fresh back though when we move to that high cadence. So this is what I want you to think of. If you want to challenge yourself when we move to that high cadence, stay in your big ring and go to the top of your cassette or wherever you need to go to make that cadence happen. If you can't get the cadence to happen there, then go ahead and shift to your small ring and get it to go there. 60 to 70. Try to stay light in your feet. Try not to push your heels down. Use the pull-up motion of the pedal stroke to get you over the top. All right, we're coming up to our 3-minute mark. Go ahead and shift to the top of your cassette if you need to 100. Let's go. 100, 100 plus. 1 minute. Really spin it. Keep the legs steady. Nice even pedal stroke. Solid cadence. You'll feel your heart rate coming up. Power might actually stay the same. Quads are feeling it. Hold that cadence. Come on. Only 10 to go. Then you're going to go back down to 60 to 70. 3, 2, 1. Back down to 60 to 70. Now know that you might need a different gear this time. That's okay. Just try to stay within that same cadence that you had on the first 3-minute set. Lots of concentrating for this one. Take a drink if you need it. Feel this pedal stroke. Feel the muscles working. The glutes have to work here. The hamstrings. Your calf muscles and your shins, believe it or not. You might find yourself feeling those legs in all parts. That's why these low cadences don't help you out. When you're out there riding, you want to get in 30 miles. This makes it really hard to survive that time. One more minute here. Stick with it. Don't let that cadence drop. Nice solid effort. When we get to the top of the minute, again, you're going to shift, get to 100 plus for a minute. Then we're going to do one more 3-minute effort. Woo! Yes, sir. And yes, ma'am. This one is much different than the other one. All right. Shifting up. Getting to your cadence. 100 plus. Let's go. 1 minute. Keep the legs spinning. Pay attention to your legs. Are you pushing down more with one? Or are you nice and even in that pedal stroke? I like it. I see fast legs on the screen. "15 seconds. Then you're going to shift back down to whatever gear you were in. Get right back in to that 60, 70. 3, 2, 1. Find that gear. Right to where you were before. Don't cheat yourself out. Fortunately, those that have power, they can know exactly what power you're at. Heart rate, it's probably going to look pretty much all the same. It might drop a little during the strength exercise, but then it rises back up for that cadence work. Hope you have your towel ready, because this one is going to make you sweat. Two more minutes here. Consistency, just like always. Every effort should feel the same. That's why we do multiple efforts, so you can get good at whatever we're asking you to do. That's why you do like intervals, hill repeats. You actually get stronger with each one of those. All right, last minute. Keep that cadence there. Don't let the effort drop. Check yourself. Make sure that back's flat. Those elbows are bent. Hands are relaxed. You're using all parts of the pedal stroke. 30 to go. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors, then you're doing it right. It takes a lot of muscles to make this kind of gearing happen. Three, two, one. Small ring, easy gear. Take a drink, towel off, spin it out for 2 minutes. Great job. Now, those of you that have been around me long enough probably know where the next one's going to go. We're doing 4 1-minute efforts. Each 1-minute effort to start, you're going to hold 100. Then each 1 minute after, you have to get to 110 plus. Now, if you can stay in the same gear, make that happen. Or, here's the challenge. Whatever gear you're doing the 100 in, actually shift to one harder gear to get to the 110. Now, you're already going to have leg speed happening. So the body's going to love that 100. And to get to that 110, it might need more gear. Now these, you should be feeling like you're in zone 4. That kind of cadence is going to generate that kind of heart rate or power. So picking the right gear is critical. Small ring, 21-ish or below. So enough to give you leg speed, but enough to get the power output to go to. If you want to shift down 2 gears, start, you may. The first one you're going to probably play around with. So stay in your small ring, find that gear. Here we go, 1 minute, 100 cadence, 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you get into 105 or 110, then you need a harder gear. Because remember, you're going to try to go to 110 for the second minute. This first couple, the legs might feel a little dead. That's just coming off of those harder efforts. Lighten up your feet. Engage your core. Feel the entire pedal stroke. Three, 2, shift if you want to. 110, let's go. Come on. High cadence, high cadence. Oh, you got to hold it. "30 seconds. Engage the core. Yowza, yowza. Come on. Yes, you can. Remember the name. Heart rates are high. 3, 2, bring it down to 100. Woo! If you need an easier gear to make that happen, go for it. Come on. I know this one isn't easy. But you're going to make it all the way to the end. If you're hovering right at 99, that's okay. To get to 110, if you're only getting to 108 from 99, that's okay too. Get ready. 3, 2, 110. Let's go. Shift if you need to. Get yourself to that cadence. Stick with it. Don't let the leg speed drop. You're going to get a break in 25 seconds because you're going to go to 100. 100 is going to feel like easy now. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Holding 100. Find that right gear. Let the legs spin. Feel like you're on a spin bike and that front 45-pound flywheel, just pulling your legs around. Concentrate mainly on the cadence right now. Let the other metrics just happen. Because we're really concerned mostly about leg speed. All right, we're coming up on number 3. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up to 110. 3 efforts down. You're going to get one more 100 cadence after this. Solid effort. Come on. Make yourself hold it all the way to the end of this minute. 20 seconds to go. 10 to go. Almost done. One easier gear. 100. Last minute. Nice and solid. So the little mitochondria in those legs, they're super happy right now. Because they're jumping around, making your legs go this fast. $15 to go. Staying at 100. Don't let it drop. 3, 2, 1. Easiest gear. Spin the legs. 2 minutes of spin. Actually, 1 minute of spin. We're going to finish up with one little effort that now, after all of this, hopefully nobody craps out and cramps out. I think Bob's the only one that knows Derek. Maybe Lillian did. He was our Irish friend who moved to California. And he used to say, "Cramping, I'm cramping, I'm cramping." And we used to just crack up. Because Derek was always cramping. All right. Let's finish this strong. What we're going to do is we are going to do 3 minutes of 30 seconds standing, 30 seconds seated. And what's going to happen in that is you are not going to change your gear each time. So it's big ring, 15 in the back. Go ahead and go there. So you should have only 3 gears showing under your chain. In your hoods, 30 seconds up, 3, 2, 1, let's go. What I want you to concentrate on, this first 30 seconds, just make it nice and comfortable. Get the body used to that standing effort after all those harder efforts. Then with the next 2 30 seconds standing, we're going to go a little harder and then a little harder. Just to finish this strong, sitting down. Stay in that gear. Push through it. The legs will come back to life a little bit here. Next 30-second effort, I want you to go a little harder than that first one. Nobody's feet should be dropping to the bottom. 3, 2, 1, let's go. A little harder. If you're using power, pay attention to where it is. If you're using heart rate, look to see where you're going. Because you want to go a little harder next time. 3, 2, sitting down. We got 1 more to go. Make it your best one. Last one's the best one. And you know the motto, this is when it counts. Right here for this last one. 3, 2, 30 seconds. Let's go. Best one you got. Go a little harder. Keep the legs moving. Keep the hips back. 10 to go. 5, 3, 2, sit down. Stay in that gear. Woo! A little bit of strength to finish this up. Good job, everybody. 3, 2, small ring, easy gear. Hold your cadence at least 95. We want to finish with some fast legs just to get the blood kind of pumping in a different way. So there has been some talk among some of the athletes that I work with And as you guys know, they've indicated to me that there are a number of sayings that I say consistently. It's kind of funny in a way because in my family, bring that cadence down to 90. When my father's mother, who we called Granny Annie with the big fat fanny, she was an Italian grandmother, so. Well, Annie Banani always had sayings. And of course, they were kind of like yogi-isms. As we know, Yogi Berra, the baseball player, always had these sayings that he would use. Well, we had Granny-isms. And Granny-isms were things that she would say. So, obviously, there are Mara-isms. And thanks to Lillian, she has made me a book with the help, believe it or not, of my mother, of the Mara-isms. So on the front it says, Mara's Little Red, White, and Blue Book of Adored Coaching Sayings. So when you open this up, it says, good morning, people. Let's get this party started. That was a good one. Wowza. Bring that cadence down to 85. Choose your weights wisely, because I do a weight training session. Woohoo! Woo, man. Woo is right. Don't get too crazy with your ball, meaning your fit ball, obviously. Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That was a sweater. Come on, people. How many? 15. This is when it counts. 1 to go, 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 1 to go. Dial it in. Come on, you got this. Off the bike, people. So, thanks to Lillian and my mother, I now have my very own book of Mara-isms. And so we've decided when I make up new ones, I'll just write them in. So thank you, Lillian. And thank you to my mother, who thinks Lillian is the bomb, and Lillian thinks my mom is the bomb. And they're both the bomb. So how cool to have that in my repertoire of things to cherish moving forward. Bring that cadence down even a little bit more. We've only got a minute, less than a minute to go, just to cool down. Hopefully you like that one. A little different. Making you work for your money on that one. Hopefully you've drank your entire water bottle. That's what our goal is for every workout, is to consume that bottle. Walk downstairs and have nothing in it. Then you get your recovery shake, nice meal, and you're good to go. All right. Nice job, guys. Good workout.